how this comedian's wife ruined his career. And yeah, women can ruin someone's career easily. It's easily believable. They either can spread lies or they just live a life that nobody can deem respectable, and it kind of destroys how people see somebody. But yeah, how this comedian ruined his career. Akaash Singh.
Indian Will Smith, Akaash Singh, a cash machine. These are just some of the many embarrassing labels floating around Akaash Singh's name at the moment. The comedian and co-host of the Flagrant podcast just went from routinely roasting other people's relationships in front of packed crowds.
Look at this cute ass couple. And when I say I'm talking about the girl specifically, not you so much, motherfucker. I'm more astonished at how you did this. It's fucking crazy, right? Who the fuck thought that was happening?
To becoming the laughing stock of the
That's how it happened.
That kind of humor, honestly, is just uncomfortable to me. It's just uncomfortable. It's like you don't know their people.
They do crowd work, but there's one respectful way of doing crowd work, and then there's one annoying one.
Yeah, because you can tease someone about their like it is when you see like a 20-year-old with like a 70-year-old, that's one thing, but it was like a 30-year-old with a 40-year-old. That wasn't that big of a difference, and she was Asian, so she probably looked far younger than she was, because they don't look old.
Asian?
Yeah, they don't look old till they hit their 50s, and then immediately they look like a grandmother, like immediately as soon as they hit 50.
Internet after the secrets of his marriage were unintentionally exposed by his own wife.
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
To make matters even worse, in addition to the humiliation
you heard it right.
But okay, so she basically was at home in San Francisco. I knew girls like that. I mean, heck, your boy, you knew girls like this. They would just go around and do whatever because they didn't care what ended up in them. They had no respect for themselves. That's the type of humor I go for. That right there. Just the people who make fun of real life, who can make fun of real life, not the ones who demean others.
Their life,
Yeah.
It's like they're making fun of everybody except themselves.
Yeah, like they look back at their own life and think about, oh, I did this. I can't believe I was so dumb. I went with the crowd. We went around. We pretended to do we watched like a dumb thing, or we watched Fast and the Furious. We went to a random street and we did this. It was so stupid. We regret it now. But it's a funny thing. It's like one of those funny stories that you say.
Wait, why did you say Fast and Furious dumb thing?
Fast and Furious is dumb.
What do you mean?
Fast and Furious is dumb. It's one of the worst series I have ever seen.
Why that very audience is laughing at him rather than with him right now, and how despite everything, he's still choosing to stay in denial about the entire situation. But you know what I'm not in denial of? How much I want you to subscribe. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's dive straight into the video. Akaash Singh had a very different life lined up for him. Growing up in an Indian household in Dallas, Texas, he was pretty much destined for the stereotypical path. Doctor, stable job, make the family proud. He even planned to follow his uncle's footsteps and went pre-med at Austin College, at least until the day he ditched class during his freshman year to hit an open mic in Denton, Texas. A random, impulsive choice that ended up becoming the light bulb moment for his entire life.
But like, he hits me up and he goes, hey, there's an open mic, get 5 minutes of material together. So I did, and in hindsight, it was horrible. And he's like, yo, there's an open mic near my school. Get 5 minutes of material together, you're gonna do it. So I went, like 7 of my friends from college went to watch me, and then that went well. So the jokes are just like about race. And
Of course.
That's the thing. It's like it's self-joke. It's a self-joke. Like people just assume something because of your skin tone. I've never seen that kind of stuff as a racism. Like, people can look at me and think I don't have a tongue because white people can't taste flavor for some reason. That's just something that white people are known for.
Well, they can taste it. I don't think they can process it in their brain. Because if they have too much taste in the thing or too many spices in it, even if it's not like spicy, if it's like a mixture of spices, they're like, it's so spicy, I can't handle it. And I'm like, but it's just normal black pepper. What do you mean spicy?
Well, mother, she can't handle too much pepper, black pepper on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even red pepper. What do you mean?
That's the bad stuff. Audio too low? What audio? My speaking? My wife's speaking? Say something.
Something.
Yeah, it's my wife speaking. She's just not talking. She's talking like this. I mean, if I was to match her voice, we would sound about the same.
Well, I don't like to yell. Why would I yell?
This
it's
is
a mic.
how she
it's
sounds.
supposed
So
to... Okay.
technically, it's different because we just have different tones. I like to talk. Mm-hmm. That's mainly it. That's the main difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eventually, I'll have to EQ.
It says both.
Both? Yeah, mine. Your mom's French toast. Yeah. He knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, the jokes I prefer are like, self not at the expense of really others. I've just never been a fan of that.
Yeah,
Or
I
potty humor.
remembered. You have a script when you first start. You just memorize it.
Yeah.
And I remembered at one point they were laughing so hard I couldn't say the next line that I had rehearsed, and I'm freaking out. Like, guys, you're laughing so hard I can't say what I want to say. And then in my head I'm like, oh fuck. Like, further back in my mind I'm like, oh, they're laughing so hard I can't even say what I want to say.
Still, out of respect for his parents, he stuck with
so he
school
got
and
delusional.
graduated in 2006, while keeping himself from his real passion. But once he'd given them the degree, he gave himself the permission to chase the dream. So in 2008, he packed up and moved to New York, hoping...
Well, the good thing is he does have a fallback job. That's the good thing. He does have a fallback job. So even though, like, no matter what, he will never live this down. He will never be able to come back and return to being someone. All he's got to do is just use his degree from now on. That woman's destroyed his life. Now he just has to do his degree. The good thing is, at least he has something to fall back on.
The big city life would spark his comedy career. However, early on, the only thing he could land was a gig as a comedic barker at the Village Lantern, which basically involved standing outside comedy clubs and shouting at random people to interest them in the show inside. According to Akaash, this was the only way he could get time for his own material. In his own words, when you're done barking, you get a special spot at the end of the show. It's so hard to get time. This was a good way to do it. And so he spent the next few years grinding, trying to hit 5 open mics a night, and on good days, even 10. Then finally, in 2015, 7 years after moving his life to New York, Akaash got his first real break. It all started a year earlier, when he began uploading videos of his stand-up routine to his YouTube channel in 2014.
Smart. If you want to make it somewhere, you have to do it yourself. Wow. Yeah, because a lot of people try to do it elsewhere instead of just doing it themselves.
First 2 didn't gain any views. His third video,
Looking at you.
titled Akaash Singh Destroys Heckler Stand-Up Comedy, took off out of nowhere, reaching over 3.7 million views to date. That sudden attention put him on the radar of Nick Cannon, who invited him onto his popular improv battle rap game show Wild 'N Out. And once he got there, he immediately stood out, with viral moments showing off just how quick he was on his feet.
Akaash, come here, man. Listen here, Osama, all right? You know what? Sure enough, you only came on Wild 'N Out because you heard you was gonna blow up.
Hit me with the race jokes. I ain't bothered. At the end of the day, at least I know my father.
Okay.
See, the thing is, the first one is more like the sad thing is it's more racist because it's just lumping Indians, Middle Easterns, everyone.
Osama. Yeah, that's not even the same.
Everyone in one single brush. But he went after his like the stereotypical black joke. He went after that, and it's just like that hits close. Like that's perfect. That's perfect. It's just because it's like Yeah, one of them is incredibly racist.
Yeah.
The other one is making fun of a stereotype for a reason.
His time on Wild 'N Out gave him some name recognition, but more importantly, it cracked the door open for TV work. Over the next 3 years, he showed up in a handful of different shows, the most notable of which were his Blink and You'll Miss It cameo as a dry cleaner in the HBO series The Leftovers, his consistent appearances on comedy shows like MTV's Guy Code vs. Girl Code, his Netflix debut on the TV show Brown Nation. These cameos, although small, helped him pull in larger crowds for his stand-up and to make a name for himself in the comedy space.
I had no clue he did all
his
that.
crowning achievement,
no,
the
me
one that's
neither.
brought him into the mainstream, was his partnership with Andrew Schultz. They ended up coming together to create
Do you
the
know about
Flagrant
that, Andrew?
podcast in September 2017, which was originally created to be about sports, but it slowly transitioned into a pop culture and commentary podcast by 2022, by which point Akaash had already cemented his name as one of the bigger comedians on YouTube. However, while most would see this success as one of their biggest wins, Akaash says something in his personal life means even more to him: his relationship with his wife, Jasleen. According to Akaash, she was the one for him as soon as he met her, and a major reason for that was one huge thing they had in common.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this:
wow.
do
And
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sure. Did you lie, or did you come right out and say like, "Oh, me too"? Or was it what did that conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said
You
it.
blacked out?
She said it, and then I was like,
When she said, "I'm a virgin," you went, your heart exploded.
Wait, so there's no way. There's no. I either she lied to him or he's lying to the world. There's no way. There's no way. Either she lied to him or he knew but wanted to put his good foot forward, like, oh, I'm like this, and of course she was like this.
Like
There's
a perfect couple.
yeah, trying to be the perfect ideal couple thing is just so freaking ridiculous. There's no way someone who's willing to go live talking about all the
Well,
guys.
that happened afterwards.
Yeah. That's my guess. My guess is he's trying to protect her and make her seem like a good person. Because again, traditional Indian household. Yes, he was from Texas, but his family was still traditional Indian morals and all, kind of family dynamic. So he's wanting to publicly lie to the world. I guess she just doesn't agree with those lies and is willing to be her own self. Because that's the thing. When it started, it showed her talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. And here we have him talking about, oh, yeah, she'd never been with anyone. Of course not. But you look at her and you're like, wow. Never get with. It's just never ruin yourself for a woman. If you know you're with a slut, tell the world you're with a slut. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to hide it. You'll get teased for it, absolutely, but at least you would be honest from the beginning, because the second the truth comes out, guess what? Your life is ruined. If you're honest from the beginning, when it ends poorly, because let's be honest, it will, at least people will be like, huh, you learned your lesson, now find yourself a decent one. That's basically what would happen, especially to a guy that gets used by a woman. When a guy uses a woman, it's a little more serious because there's a huge, physical difference between them. And it can get more violent, can be, but that's why it's like, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, at least be honest about it. The fact that he has to be lying here. He has to be lying because he doesn't want his family to find out.
yeah, yeah.
Well, we got happy. He's nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
A stallion compared to anybody else.
I was
that's great.
so happy.
Yeah, that for
so
sure.
relieved.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it felt right. It was like, oh, God brought me this person that we already connected, and she also isn't having sex.
Since then, he's talked countless times about how out of his league she is and how lucky he feels that she chose him.
My wife, objectively gorgeous. Me, nah. So that's what you got to do. I got to work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw it back at that bitch.
Basically, he's put her on a pedestal and
he's purchasing. So he's making jokes about having to purchase her. I mean, oh, that's freaking insane. Well, we could learn lessons from someone's mistakes. Yeah, you can. You see what someone does wrong and go like, I'm not going to be that stupid. But the problem is, a lot of people, no matter how much you tell them something's bad, no matter how much they see something's bad, they won't learn till they've been in that mistake. I've constantly told people before things that are like bad, that they shouldn't do. They don't learn until the moment they've made the mistake. But at that point, it's too late. It is too late at that point. Because they just won't learn until it happens to them, until they make the mistake.
Has often expressed how much he loves her during his live shows.
So it don't matter how long we've been together. I'm dying with this. I married my wife 2 years ago. I almost forgot. I was just doing the math in my head. Because I'm dying with this. And I'm Hindu, so probably I'm going to die in the next life with this bitch too.
He eventually proposed to her in July of 2021, and the two have been enjoying their happily ever after ever since. Or at least, that's what everyone thought before his wife decided to publicly humiliate him in November of this year. However, to fully understand the controversy, we first need to talk about the Red Pill YouTuber that kickstarted everything, Myron Gaines. And more specifically, his history with Akaash Singh. Myron, along with his co-host Walter Weeks, run the Fresh and Fit podcast, a show that regularly dips into, let's call it, questionable commentary about women.
You know, Dave Chappelle famously said chivalry's dead and women killed it. And the thing is that women have to earn chivalry nowadays versus just expecting it, because women are not equal to men, and chivalry in itself practices inequality. So
in January 2022,
that is so true. That is so true. You just have to find someone that's worthy of it. Like, no one should just outright be chivalrous to everyone. You can be chivalrous to, like, the elders. You could be chivalrous to, like,
kids.
People. Yeah, to children. You could be, but some random skank you see on the street, they can open their own door. They can deal. They can open their. They can deal with their own stuff. They can pull out their own chair. You don't need to do any of that stuff for them. It's only simps that will do that stuff for them. And there are plenty of simps who are willing to run in line ahead of you and do that for them. They'll get out of line just to do it. So it's like chivalry is dead because feminism killed it, because now you only be chivalrous to your wife. Only be chivalrous to your mother. Only be chivalrous to, like, those you can actually respect and actually love. Maybe they are just farming views and want attention and have some more money.
No, it's like, okay, so this is the thing. Like, his wife started podcast and then started going more live on TikTok and everything. And then slowly she started exposing herself like that. Because before, she didn't have any platform. So it was him primarily making a perception of their marriage and how things are between them, or how his wife is. And then she finally came forward, and then she started talking about all these things, and then people realized that it was all a facade and it's just a fake. And then they started, like, laughing at him or making fun of him because he had portrayed a completely different perspective from what it truly is.
Yeah. So, like, being live is like a double-edged sword, because if, like, she obviously can't control the narrative of what's been said, and she just wants to do her own thing. And in the end, the truth comes out because you can't hide it. When you're constantly publicly talking about stuff, you can't hide it. Like me, I know I'm publicly an idiot to everyone because I can't hide some things, because we'll go to, like, those question things and we'll watch them, and I'm like, I don't even know how many presidents we've had.
Yeah.
Because it's like something you don't. I know, like, Abraham Lincoln, I knew Andrew Jackson, I knew George Washington, I knew Bill Clinton, George Bush, I mean, FDR, Theodore Roosevelt, I know Trump, I know Obama, Biden. Yeah, you know them just because I've been through that time. It's the most recent ones. But that's the thing. It's just like I never cared to actually learn all whatever of them. Yeah, but it's like, I'm a public idiot. Oh, yeah.
Some of Myron's comments started circulating online, specifically his explanation about why he doesn't date black women.
The reason why I don't date them a lot of the times isn't necessarily because of the way that they look. It's because a lot of the behaviors that's championed in that community. Now, with that said, I've dated plenty of black girls before that were feminine and submissive and weren't a headache, but I've dated a lot. I've dealt with a lot that were headaches, and I've come to realize in that culture,
They're all
unfortunately,
so offended.
it's championed to be strong and independent and not respect male authority in the black community. Because a lot of
Yeah. President Camacho. Yes. Yeah. My wife knows who that is. Yeah. Yeah. Father forced you to sit down and watch it. President Camacho. Yeah. I'm waiting. We have like 200 more years till he becomes president. 200 more years. Well, actually,
Only
it's more
Trump
like.
got the one and only Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, I think somebody gave it to him. I think her name was Maria. Or something. Yeah.
Nobel
and
Peace Prize?
She gave her Nobel Peace Prize too.
Oh.
Yeah.
A made up one. Yeah, but it's.
That's not a made up.
But if it's her own personal one, then it's not the one that's. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No. He got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. I know, like again, when you're close to something, you're less likely to want to be like me. I swore off all Hispanic women and all white women. Why? Because, well, I'm white and my father's Hispanic, so I just basically swore them off because you can see when you're related to them or you go to school, you see the types of people that are out there.
Yeah, and I swore off all Indian men because in India there is a pledge that says India is my country and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. So I'm like, okay, they're all brothers and sisters.
Yeah, so yeah, you can't be with your brother and sister.
Yeah.
Well, some places accept cousins, but yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah.
That's just weird. Yeah, but it's just one of those things. Like you can't judge him for it. You're like, yeah, well, he's close to it. You can see. He has his reasons. There are his reasons. That's what he grew up in. That's probably what he just grew up around. So he sees that. I went to college in San Francisco. I saw what white women were like. There is no way I would ever get with one. There is no way.
We would secretly say except one.
Oh, except one?
There's no way.
Yeah, because if you're saying that, you're just like, I'm going to be with my brother?
Yeah, because it's weird if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I always looked at it. Like even the skanks, I would always look at them as if they were like they're someone's daughter. There might be someone's wife. There's someone's grandchild. So you were just like, okay, you don't ogle them or judge them by their looks or that kind of stuff. It's just insane. I swore off black women because I'm afraid they might be related. Yeah. It's. You have your reasons. Like, that's the same reason for me, like, with Hispanics. I don't know who I'm related to. I don't know. Like, my father had 13 siblings. 13 siblings. I don't know even a quarter. No, more than half. Like, 3, I would say, I know probably 3 of my cousins on that family tree. Only 3. The rest, I could be in town and I wouldn't even recognize them. And they live in Mexico. They live here near me. They live down south. They're all over. And I wouldn't know. Abraham and the Muslim.
Alabama.
Oh.
What are you reading?
Okay. Alabama and the. See, you're better at reading than me. Alabama and the Muslim love their sweet cousins. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Those. They really do. They really do. I mean, I joke about that with my wife because, well, that's a different story. That's a different story.
Because a lot of them are fatherless. And since they're fatherless, they don't have that masculine authority to let them know, hey, you need to follow a man's lead.
So on January 10th, 2022, both Akaash and Andrew took their chance.
But again, it's not about following a man's lead. It's about knowing who has the... I think so. He's from a different... mindset.
Yeah.
The true relationship is knowing your place in the relationship. Both have strengths, both have weaknesses.
And knowing the boundaries.
Yeah, you're supposed to pick up the strengths of the other partner, rely on them for what they're good at, and you take what you're good at, and respecting each other. That's just how it should be.
inviting both of them to Flagrant and calling them out for their content. They called it corny, immature, and inappropriate for a Fresh and Fit's young male audience.
It's fine. A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think, is stuff that's kind of childish. It is. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You're actually trying to help men, or you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old? You know what I mean? That's some shit you say to college. I'm going to turn you from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
Yeah, see, this is why I don't like him.
Yeah,
because he's talking about it, but in an insulting way. And you invite somebody over to your podcast
to make fun of him.
Sure, you can, joke about things, but he's basically being very insulting to them, right in their face, and they're trying to be respectful because if you don't like their content, why even invite them?
Well, again, I'm okay with people being invited and having a discussion, but the problem is they're not allowing him to talk. That he's constantly shutting them out, talking about the morality of a relationship, the part, like how they should be respected. And yes, if you're in a relationship with someone, you respect that someone. The thing is, what he was talking about is why he wasn't getting in a relationship. And you have to acknowledge why he's not getting a relationship. He has his reasons. Now, if he was to fly to another nation, maybe he would change his mind, because in certain cultures, women are still respectful towards their husbands. That's just, but super insecure. Yeah, he is super insecure. The fact that I think it's primarily because he knows what's going on, that he's trying to shut down anyone who his wife would love to sleep with. Let's just be honest. He's trying to shut down anyone his wife would send a DM to, because she's probably wanting that open relationship. Being overly promiscuous before marriage can ruin relationships, because in the end, you will never know if you're as satisfying or the most satisfying person your partner has ever had. You'll never know. You'll always be second guessing, especially if there's a massive list of multiple people. That is just so disrespectful. In Islam, the husbands are like gods. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I believe everyone should be, like, in a relationship. Each partner should, like, what is it in My Big Fat Greek Wedding? The men are the head and the women are the neck, so they can dictate which way the head is looking because they turn the head. So the man says it, but the woman's the one pointing out what needs to be done. Yeah. I've always found that funny, and that was My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's like the only line I remember. It just stuck with me.
We're trying to help men. So either we're funny or help men, and be real and be honest with yourself, and don't have an ego like, oh, I have a preference. Be honest. Have an honest conversation.
But what really caught people's attention was when Akaash pressed Myron directly about his reasons for not dating black women.
What I don't like, what I find corny as fuck, is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. It's just, those are...
What?
How?
That's your opinion.
How?
You don't even know what reasons he has for choosing to do that. It's like he considers himself superior because he's married, and then the thing that he has based his career on came crashing down, so he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he has no defense. It is insane how he's flagrantly calling these people out. It's just like, just because you wanted to be with a brown woman doesn't mean everyone wants to be stuck in the same race. Most people don't want to be caught in that same loop that they've had for generations. A lot of people want to be free to choose for themselves. It's that simple.
The thing is, marriage shouldn't be constricted.
Yeah.
For races or religions.
It shouldn't be.
It should be about who you get along with and are comfortable with and feel respected in the relationship. That's how I feel like.
Well, you feel like that because I told you needed to say that.
No. What do you mean?
I'm the man.
What do you mean? This is not
I'm
scripted.
the man.
This is not scripted.
I told her she needed to feel, yeah. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane because that's the thing. Everyone has their preference, and yes, there will always be those who want to be playboys, just like there are always those who women who want to sleep around. Guess what? Both of them are whores, both man whores and women whores. They are out there. They are absolutely out there. But if you want to marry someone and spend your life with someone, don't get with them. Just don't get with them. Throwing his own people under the bus, the worst kind. He's not throwing his own people under the bus.
Are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny between the way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien. Yeah. Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
This roast resulted.
That is so freaking insulting.
Yeah.
That is so freaking insulting. He thinks he has the higher ground. Like me, I don't care for horse. I just don't. I couldn't be friends with them.
Don't say that word out like that. Say horse.
Horse?
Yeah. Don't say that word.
I can't be friends with prostitutes. I can't be friends with them. I can't get to know them. What? What words can I say here? What words can I say here?
Prostitutes.
Yeah, prostitutes.
Prostitutes.
Oh my gosh. I can't spend time with like men that sleep around or women that sleep around. They're just I can't rationalize that. I can't, because in my head I always looked at women as someone's daughter, someone's sister, it's just like they are someone special to someone. And in the end, it should be you get to know them first. It's not like that what is it? You just sleep with them and leave. I mean, I've never understood that. I've never understood that. There are a litany of people out there who enjoy that kind of lifestyle, and it's like great for them, but I have nothing to say to them. I have nothing to say to them. There's no point. There's no point. There's completely two different ways. I mean, there are people whose content I still enjoy. They live that kind of lifestyle because they've been screwed over way too many times by women.
Your father said prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer. Basically. But yeah, I mean, in the end, you don't focus, especially if you're trying to talk with someone, you don't focus on the negatives that you can't agree on. You just can't. You find a middle ground, because like there are content creators who think just sleeping with everyone is absolutely fine, and they have their reasons. But for me, if they start talking about that, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to listen. But I'll still tune in for a better video if they create something, because it's like it's not something I don't agree with. Why would I listen to something I don't agree with? It's that simple. Sure, sometimes I'll hear their side, and it's like, oh, that sucks that happened to them. But they just start doing the same thing to women that women did to them. It becomes like this revolving door of someone hurts someone, they end up hurting someone, the person they hurt ends up hurting someone who ends up hurting another person. It's like the circle of racism. It's like the circle of hurt. The circle of cheating, the circle of, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
In severe backlash against Fresh and Fit, and Myron in particular, with the internet perfectly summing up the whole exchange with one comment. I don't date black women. So you deny your own race? No, of course, I date black women. So you misspoke? No. That moment sparked an ongoing feud between the two shows, one that's
just because they have a
resurfaced every
certain
now and then.
preference doesn't mean that they don't respect their own race.
Yeah. It like, that's the thing. Eventually, South Park said it right the first time. Eventually, the gene pools will mix to where everyone looks like a pasty orange character. And then we mix so much that we overpopulate the entire planet. We need to go back to the past in order to fix our future.
Look at his comment. It's like,
What?
It's like he's one of those people who thinks like throwing around the curse words and everything makes them look cool.
Hang on, what thing? Oh. And Akaash, Singh are some of the biggest snakes on YouTube.
That's the guy who was invited.
And their whole team.
That's the Akaash Singh. What he
I said everything I had to say to your face. I guess you couldn't do the same. Was it hard to talk because I was... Oh my gosh.
You.
Yeah, I can't. you and your co-host the entire episode.
No, he was just being respectful and not causing a scene or fighting with you.
He was like, that's the thing. He wasn't going there expecting to get confronted the entire time.
Yeah, and
like,
he was confused, like if he was like, because before it was like maybe he's just joking, maybe he's just taunting him or something. But then it just got to the
it just kept going and going and going and going and going. Oh my gosh! Do you agree with me that race, the
rise of racism is directly linked to the right of far right?
I think it is. No, I honestly don't, because the rise of racism primarily comes from, like, I think the far right is absolutely insane, but both far sides are absolutely racist. Both of them are, because on the left side, they think that every ethnicity besides white needs support. They need the help of the superior race. That's literally how their minds work. That's where the white guilt comes from. That's where the white privilege comes from. They believe every other race is inferior. Like, you can't tell me that that's not racism in and of itself. That you think an entire ethnicity needs your personal support. Heck no. Every human being has the right to pick themselves up and do things for themselves. Every human being has the right to work hard for what they want in the future. Every human being does. That's not right. That's not left. That's just pure facts right there. Every human being. If someone starts saying, oh my gosh, this person needs my help because I'm white, and I feel so bad that my dad was Hispanic and now he needs my help. My dad needs like, how stupid is that? Or being like, my wife is Indian. She obviously had a poor education because how stupid is that? My wife is the one with the master's degree. So
Indians usually have more education than Americans.
There's
let's
a
be
reason
honest.
why they get paid more here in the United States than most Americans. Yeah, there's a reason why. But yeah, it's insane to think it's connected to the far right. I think the far right is absolutely nuts. But the ones who are causing the most problems are the rioters in the streets. And those are the far left. Those are the ones who damaged Teslas. Those are the ones who are constantly attacking ICE officers, federal agents. Those are the ones who are causing so many problems. So many problems. They were offended on the fact that Indian doesn't need DEI. No, Indians do not need DEI. What is it? Diversity, equity, inclusion. It's where you literally hire someone
like reservations.
because of the color of their skin, not because of their qualifications.
Yeah, like reservations in India work.
Yeah,
oh, you're backward class. We'll give you preference over the general people.
Yeah. I've never understood that. Like, my wife has. Well, of course you do. You're more educated than me. But it's like, again, I have a worse chance of getting a job than someone who's less educated than me and someone of a different skin color because I look too white. It has no matter what my genealogy is, I look too white. So immediately, I couldn't even get hired at McDonald's. That is how DEI works. I couldn't even get a job at McDonald's. Avoid any, well, if you're not white, you can work at McDonald's, but avoid any massive corporation if you have white skin, because you'll never get a job. You just won't. It just won't happen. I don't know, but this thought came to my mind because most of far right in Europe and America are against immigrants. No, that's a lie.
They're not against immigrants. They're against illegal immigrants.
We're against people who came here breaking the law. I believe if you broke the law to enter a nation, you don't belong here. Send them back.
It's the same in India. Like, the reason why the Aadhaar card and the whole thing started was to get the people that came there illegally out.
Yep. Because that's voter fraud. You get so much voter fraud that way. So you're saying far right. That's not a far right topic. That's basically centrist. Who is for having illegal immigrants enter the nation, stealing jobs? It steals jobs from immigrants who are trying to get here to get a K-1 visa. It steals jobs from them because guess what? Big companies will always hire the cheapest labor possible. So they'll go for the illegal immigrants because they can pay them pennies. Where a K-1 visa, they'll have to pay dollars. Or if it's a U.S. citizen, they'll have to pay tens of dollars.
Is it a K-1 or H-1B visa? A work visa.
Oh, H-1B. H-1B. You're right. DEI is like a termite in system. Yeah, they hollow the institution. No, they don't hollow the institution. They bloat it. It's filled with people who do not know how to do a job. And just destroy it. But yeah, I mean, if you're referring to the far right wanting illegal immigrants out, that's just an issue that needs to be solved. We got millions, H-1B, millions of illegal immigrants here on U.S. soil. They do not belong here. Kick them out. I don't care what their tragic life story is. I don't care. I had to spend years trying to get my wife here legally. There is no way, and my dad had to work hard to get here legally. There is no way I accept someone who crosses the border illegally to get, not even get jobs, to get food stamps, to be given a place to live, to be paid by my tax dollars. There is no way I allow that. And that just seems rational. Absolutely rational.
From 2022 to 2025. On November 7th of this year, Myron escalated things to a whole new personal level.
Yeah, last year.
It started with a tweet from Myron reading, "I'm never wrong about these women. Akaash Singh tried to lecture me about women years ago. Here's this blank stupid wife making a mockery of him and herself on a podcast." This was followed by a link
Well, of course, he took the chance. He's like, ooh, I finally have something against him.
But that's the thing. He was talking about why he doesn't like, brown women, black women, why he doesn't go. Akaash Singh's wife was a brown woman. And he is like, she proved my point. She has no respect. I have a dumb question. Can I ask? Well, yeah, you can ask. Doesn't mean it'll get answered.
Asked one already.
Doesn't mean it'll get answered. I don't think he asked one.
Well, he asked a question already. He could have just put the question in the thing,
technically, that was the question. I said yes. Yeah, you can have another one.
to one of Jaslene's podcast episodes, which, unfortunately for Akaash, Myron wasn't wrong.
Wait, can I also ask, what kind of porn do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch porn while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough.
Wow, I actually have a lot of respect because I don't think I would be able to do that.
Sometimes think of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I could never do that.
Especially when Jaslene started talking about how she and her husband split their finances.
How do you and your husband split finances? And I'm gonna be really fucking honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First of all, that's a fucking red flag. I'm not, like, no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But, like, any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts.
She's talking about a man.
So, you hear this? I'm getting a red flag here.
What red flag?
My wife
I don't
wants
have an
her
account.
own bank account.
I don't have an account.
She wants her own bank. She doesn't want a joint bank account. I was planning on getting you a debit card, but you're like, no.
Well, I don't want
no.
it. If
Hey,
I want
Jay.
something,
Yeah.
I can just ask you to get it for me. I don't need to get a card.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Yeah, like eventually,
That's a
maybe.
red flag.
Eventually, yeah, she's gonna want her own bank account, and
Just
I'm not
for
gonna be able to
savings.
see what she does with it. Technically, you already have one. You have a bank in India that you
2 banks.
2 banks that I don't know about.
Okay.
2 banks.
What? Where is this? What? What is this conversation? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that actually makes it interesting. I wonder if I can use your UPI to connect to my.
Why would you
account.
need to connect my UPI? You can just use my phone. Like you do before whenever we go to India.
No, I'm not talking about while I'm. We'll talk about that later. We'll
Okay,
talk about that
okay.
later. But yeah. I mean, you need a joint bank account. We need a joint bank account, which I guess my bank account is the joint
Joint
bank
bank account. Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is.
Oh,
And I will say it again because I know there's going to be already like incel troll fuckers. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street.
she's a penguin.
His money is our money, and my money is my money.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
That's what I was expecting.
No,
Yep.
no.
That sounds about right.
No.
That's exactly the vows we made when we were walking around the fire. I remember swearing to that.
What do you mean?
Yep.
No,
We're-
it was not about this. It
Yes,
was
it
about
was.
the deeds. It's like if you do a good deed, I get the benefit of that deed. But if you do a bad deed, then I don't have a part in that.
Yeah. It was like everything I do that is hers, and everything she does is hers. That was the vow.
No.
That was the vow.
I don't know which vows you did, but
That was the vow.
I didn't
remember.
do those.
Belko. Yeah, yes. Absolutely. That's exactly how it's going to work out.
No.
This came off as both immature and selfish, with people calling her out for it in the comments, stating things like, I didn't know his wife was this immature. There's a way of doing things when it comes to finances, sharing, etc. But these women are the absolute brain rot to society. If Akaash would
Yeah, we'll work
finally
on
fall
fixing that,
down, she'd leave.
Ajay.
Red flags all over. Meanwhile, Myron continued doubling down by posting a video to his YouTube channel where he reacted to a compilation of Jaslene's most controversial comments.
Well, of course he's
This
gonna
also ended up
milk it.
highlighting Jaslene's biggest red flag, one that Akaash is still being roasted for.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was
Yep. This is what I'm saying. Someone who slept around, they will always think back to other experiences.
Well, good for you. I went to a women's college.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Oh, and I was disgusted by all the white women at college.
popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses thing, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know what's
So it's
funny?
like,
She like later clarified because they're trying to get her image clearer, and she was like, "Oh, if you search the meaning of the word that she said, busting whatever, popping, yeah, sorry, popping the thingy, it means that you're like hustling, you're doing things." But I'm like, but you said the entire sentence where you have a, you
Revolving
rotate
door of
between,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you can't just
Well,
get out of it by saying,
the
oh,
only
it's a
thing-
search thing.
The
You
only
can
thing,
search it.
The only thing that makes sense is if it's a hustle, which she is. She's doing a revolving door of guys. She's whoring herself out. Sorry, she's whatever. She's doing a service for money. That's the only outcome. If she's getting something on the side, she's making money off of it.
But I don't think she said that.
But
She wasn't getting any money out of it.
we don't know. We don't know. She posts this while being.
She started her podcast, and then she started going live on TikTok, on Instagram, and
Yeah, this is
things,
on
and
TikTok.
then she just started exposing things
The
to
truth
be more
about her.
relatable with the women.
Yeah, the younger generation. I live my
Being
best
very
life.
relating.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like I'm living my best life. Anyone who says my truth, my best lie, my, avoid them. Avoid them. You don't need to be with a woman like that. You don't need to be with a man like that. Well, if
Yeah.
a man is saying that stuff, he's
And
most
not
likely
just
a
about
simp.
the my. Even in the conversation, if you're like dating somebody and they just want to talk about themselves, leave that relationship.
Are you gonna leave me?
You don't talk about
I
yourself.
always talk about myself.
No, you don't.
I always talk about
No,
myself.
you don't.
It's all about me.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
I'm telling you, it's
I have
all
to pry
about me.
information out of him.
Once this clip went viral across the internet, the backlash was immense. Some
is
went
sad.
after Jasleen for the vulgar comments she made about her sex life, saying, "Who the F brags about being passed around like a joint at a frat party?" And she is willing to drop confessions that Batman couldn't beat out of me, while others aimed their criticism at Akaash for getting tricked into thinking his wife was an angel, with comments like, "My man picked up the first stripper that would actually talk to him." She said,
That is a common trend. That is a common trend where guys who don't get any, they will go to the first thing that gives them the time of day. Like the whole thing happened to iDubbbz as well, who was like a very famous YouTuber. His entire career was destroyed by the woman he married because she's like an incredibly leftist nut job and basically brought him down with her. Yeah, and like he starts talking now and he talks slow, like he's been lobotomized. It's just insane. It's insane. Please answer this because I had this question in my mind for a very long time. Will humanity be better if religions never existed or would be worse? I don't think religions are an issue.
I think the people are.
Yeah, it's the extremism that's the issue. People will read one thing that is written in any holy book and take it to the extreme. That's just how it is. Any kind of extremist works, whether it's in religion, whether it's in politics, whether it's in some kind of self-deluded, deluded like no matter what it is, any sort of extremism is wrong, is pure evil. That's just how it is. I just hope I just hopped in middle stream, and I don't know what you guys are watching. We're watching the Akaash Singh fallout, basically. Yeah, his issue. His issue.
"I'm a virgin," and he gave her half his money. And this is what happens when you fall for beauty over character. But unfortunately, that was nowhere near the end of Akaash's humiliation ritual, because another video of her also ended up uncovering Jasleen's feelings for her sister's husband.
Yeah, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if
it's thick. It's thick.
But what made this even worse was...
Yeah. That's the podcast that she has. And that's the wife of the comedian who has based off of his entire career talking about how... innocent his wife is, how good charactered his wife is, whatever. And that's the wife. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I know that people like seeing attractive people. I've never really understood that. I'm a little weird when it comes to like gauging people's beauty.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to believe if it wasn't recorded.
What?
But she,
it
was
the
her own
fact
podcast.
that she said it, yeah. Like again, like women in the U.S. have started to say the most heinous things because there are like zero consequences. Or the thing is, they'll get like shamed for it, but they also get the simps following them, and then they get a ton of money. Again, the oldest profession in the world is women taking advantage of men. It used to be sleeping with them, but now they just smile at a camera and men will send money their way. It's that simple. There's a ton of women who make careers on like Twitch, Kick, YouTube, just because they target the single men who are sad in their lives. That's just how it works.
Yeah. But I think it was also because, like, she was not in India. Because if she was in India and she would have said something like that, it would have been a complete different reaction.
Yeah, because the culture is different. The shame is far harder. Like, that's the thing.
Like, that's her sister's husband.
Yep. Like, it's okay It's absolutely okay to want to live your life that way. But don't get married if you want to live your life and talk that way. It's just disgusting.
And it's disrespectful to your husband.
You have anything you would like to say?
About?
What are your fantasies?
What do you mean? I married you.
Oh my gosh. I think she probably wanted to get more attention and she didn't realize what she was saying. Well, that's the thing. The issue with going live is you end up putting yourself in a corner. Again, this is the problem when you fake something for so long. Like a lot of those fake streamers are starting, who have been doing it for years, are starting to trip up and be called out for being fake, because you can only do that for so long before things start slipping through the cracks. The thing is, she wasn't performative to begin with. She was just speaking her piece.
Yeah.
So who's the performative one? It was Akaash Singh, who was pretending something, while his wife was the one who was honest from the get-go, which is actually incredibly insane. Incredibly insane. The Akaash Singh wanted to be we were pure. We waited for each other. And then she goes live and talking about the revolving door of guys that she had.
And you know, the latest comedic stand-up things that Akaash Singh is doing, they're apparently not funny at all, and he's just talking about his relationship with his wife and trying to, you know, save whatever he can. And he's like, oh my God, I love my wife. I met her through this time. She's been with me through my tough times and whatever. She really loves me. And I'm like, but people are listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
So what are you even trying to say?
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea to share inner fantasies on the internet. No.
I don't think it's good to have inner fantasies when you're married.
Well, yeah. Well, unless it
and
involves
committed to somebody.
Unless it involves your spouse.
Yeah, well,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, like that's the thing. It's just like everything should revolve around your significant other. Oh my gosh. Why?
She probably thought she was cool when she said that, not realizing, you know, that was just
why
stupid.
was she talking like she was proud of it? Because she was.
She is.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. Like, the thing is, it's going to lead to a divorce. His career's going to be ruined, and then she's going to start an OnlyFans, and guess what? She's going to skyrocket. Because the U.S. is filled with that kind of problem. It's littered with it. I'm not married. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's very difficult. It doesn't matter where you are, because the problem is the Western mindset is very toxic because, again, look at how, like, I'm pretty sure her podcast kicked off after all this came out. Kicked off because a lot of guys are like, oh, these women are talking about this kind of stuff. I want to imagine myself in that situation. So she ends up making a ton of money. They'll end up getting a divorce. She'll start an OnlyFans, make more money. That's just how it works. And the people who are trying to be rational and, you know, kind of be more morally driven, you know, committed to someone, don't really get anywhere. It's just how it works. Single is good and free of many responsibilities. I have many responsibilities to take care of. Yeah. There are already too many things.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being single if you want to.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
that was my choice. I chose to be single. I was like, yeah, there's no point. Every single time I tried to get to know someone, I just hated talking to women. It was like, again, this is probably how my wife feels talking to me. It was like I was talking to an animal. Like when I talk to my dog, it was like I was talking to an animal, talking to a low intellect woman. And then my wife ends up starting talking to me, and I'm the one with the low intellect.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
He just wants me to praise him, which I'm not gonna do. Yeah.
I got back at the wrong time. Yeah, you got back at the wrong time.
How she went on to shamelessly double down in her comments.
This is about a woman you probably would like to follow, Maurice.
No.
What's her name?
No.
What's her name?
No. no.
What's her name?
Let him find a good woman. What are you talking about?
What are you talking? His ex and Instagram are littered with this. He would enjoy this.
Yeah.
He would enjoy.
I'm gonna hack into his phone and delete all the girls from it, and make him follow like religious channels and self-improvement channels and everything, and then get him a passport and send him to like Philippines.
Yeah. No, Vietnam.
Oh, or Philippines.
Yeah, or
Oh
Philippines.
yeah.
Vietnam or Philippines. Yeah. Get a passport, man. Get a passport. The thing is, people sometimes get overboard on camera and say some bizarre, stupid things, which at the time they don't realize
married.
and think they're being cool and getting. And yeah, it's just getting the attention. He doesn't care if she's married.
She's married.
She's gonna be divorced pretty soon. Let's be honest.
No.
She's gonna be divorced pretty soon. Yeah. Hold on, that might say her name.
Both Akaash and her brother-in-law in the room.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm.
You're getting Hispanic?
No way.
You're
No.
getting Hispanic?
You are never getting Hispanic.
I guess he's gonna end up in my family.
You are never getting Hispanic.
Welcome to the family.
No, he's never. You know how Hispanic women are.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I'm related to quite a few.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
I'll do their marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Actively trying to have it work.
This sparked a massive wave of unwanted comparisons for Akaash, including some viewers calling him the Indian Will Smith. For Myron, on the other hand, this was the best news he could ask for. His video on the couple blew up, amassing over 600,000 views, which was way above the average views he gets on his channel. Eventually, the whole thing reached Jasleen, who decided to address the situation on TikTok in the most condescending.
Jasleen, that's the name. Look her up. Look her up.
I don't think she has the content he's looking for.
Just give it a few months. She's gonna start it. That's just how it goes. It's how it works. It's how it works.
Way possible.
That's what I feel like you guys are doing. Whether it's Andrew Tate or fucking Red Pill podcast guys, like when they tell you something, when they ask you
On TikTok, the Jasleen Singh. There you go, ya boy.
No.
Maurice, go follow on TikTok.
No,
it's
stop
right
it.
here. It's
Stop
right
it.
here.
Stop it.
The Jasleen Singh.
Stop it.
At the first part is the. I'm covering the TH. Yeah, just pause it and find it.
to jump, you say how high. You're still not a man either way. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're still a little bitch, beta boy doing whatever fucking men tell you. Why are you mad at us? Why are you mad if me and my husband are cool with each other, if we both make jokes at each other's expense? The difference is my husband will go on stage and say whatever the wants about me.
But he'd never talk about sleeping with another woman.
No.
Or cheating on you, or talk about his previous
It was about marital
encounters.
things. It's like marital things. Like comedians, they'll talk about marital stuff. Yeah, Gooner needs a sec to find. Yeah, that needs a sec to find. It's insane. You're talking about your past experiences and wanting to experiment more with other family members, basically.
Yeah.
It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, hey, cool. Oh, it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Did you find it? You find it, Maurice?
It's like,
He's
oh my
gone.
God, it's so funny, it's so relatable. But then
He found the
I
channel.
go on TikTok and I make jokes, and now you have a problem because I don't have a mic in my hand.
That's
Like,
not a
it makes
joke.
sense. I'm not here for the misogyny.
She also claimed that this controversy didn't bother her, since it was sending new traffic to her podcast.
One thing.
Victim card, yes. That always seems. And then
You followed her?
when
Oh my God.
Yeah. I told you. When the victim card doesn't work, she's gonna play the race card. And then after, or no, she's gonna play the being a woman card. Like, what is it? The sexist, like feminism. She's gonna play her feminism card, and then after that, it'll be the race card. That's always what happens.
But the thing is, people aren't making this stuff about her. She's literally saying these things.
She's saying it, and then she's like, "Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm joking about my past history," which is no matter what gonna be insulting to the husband.
Yeah.
It's gonna be insulting. Yeah, she really blamed misogyny.
By this, like, people, it doesn't affect me as much because I genuinely don't respect them. I'm just like, okay, like, talk about.
You don't even respect yourself. What are you
Yes,
talking about?
Yes, that's the thing. It's like, again, she doesn't respect herself, so no one should respect her. It's that simple. That simple. Never get with someone who doesn't respect themselves. Unless you're a gooner, goon to them. Okay, Maurice? But never get with someone who doesn't respect themselves. That's just knowledge for everyone. If someone doesn't respect themselves, they are not worth spending time with. And it's not what they view respect for themselves is. It's the benchmark of what you believe respect is, not what they believe respect is. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, what's wrong with her? Because I'm racist, sexist, and misogynist. No. It's fine. It's fine. All's good. All's good. And there's nothing wrong with being racist, sexist, and misogynist. I am, and I got myself my amazing wife got me.
Yes.
You're the one that did all the work, primarily. Let's be honest.
Drive traffic to my page. Our YouTube video, our podcast episode that me and Nahal did got 37,000 views, which for us is really high because we're just starting out. So I'm like, okay, keep driving traffic. I'm not even going to read any of the comments.
But this only increased the hate against her. Because even though she framed everything as friendly banter between her and Akaash, she failed to defend or even acknowledge how she may have lied about her virginity. Meanwhile, Akaash tried to clap back at Myron himself on Twitter, writing, "My man out here getting triggered by jokes. How ironic. Well, don't worry about me, Myron. I got no issue putting a B back in her place," ending it by reposting the old 2022.
That is so childish. Now, who's being more childish now?
Wait. So he's posting where he was insulting them as he's talking to his, like, no. Okay.
Yeah, he has made it about his ego.
Yeah. Again, you were insulted. You found out that he knew his wife was a skank. There's no way he didn't know. There's no way he didn't know.
The clip of him roasting Myron for his comments on black women. However, to the people on the internet, this response felt like nothing more than deflection. To them, he was avoiding the real issue, his wife's comments, while desperately trying to redirect the drama towards Myron. You're gonna have to turn off the comments after this, you dweeb. Your stupid wife on podcasts talking about his money is our money and my money is my money. Buddy, you're a victim. And it was only...
Yep, he's a victim. If Akaash didn't hype her up as the ideal wife, the response wouldn't be so nuclear. Yeah. He should have never spoken about it. He should have just said, I met this amazing woman. She's absolutely beautiful, and I'm happy to be with her.
But he wanted to sound superior.
Yeah.
And like he had everything in life.
Yeah, like it was the perfect of the perfect of the perfect. It's like, no. That's not how the world works. Especially, that's not how the United States works. It's statistically, most girls in high school lose their can I say it?
Card.
Yeah,
V card.
Lose their V card in high school. Most guys don't until college, statistically on average, because it's the same guy that goes through everyone in high school primarily. It's normally just a few guys that go through everyone in high school. And then then college, it's just insane. Problem is both gender face problems and shame in the world. And the other one who need equality. Yeah. Includes both genders, never gets just sad. Yeah. It's in the end, you equality is a joke. Like there's no such thing. Like me and my brothers, we're all over 6 foot or 6 foot, or maybe I think one brother's a little under 6 foot. But even we are completely different from each other. To say that men and women are equal is an absolute joke. If me and my brothers are completely different from one another, then there's no way men and women are the same. 34 and counting. Yeah, 34 and counting.
Downhill from there, because it didn't take long for people to uncover even more clips of his wife making weird comments that only made Akaash look worse. Starting with another episode of the Main Character podcast.
As soon as people start hunting, they find it all.
Even more wild stories from her past.
Wait, okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And
I was not expecting that. What do you mean 2 stories?
Yeah, two stories.
Why is she telling that?
Maurice, you hear? You hear?
You're not alone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just insane. It's insane. What the heck? This is the fact that she's just talking about this so blatantly. So blatantly.
And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my god.
At this point, the majority of the
How many times have you if you didn't even notice? If
Well, she was passed out after drinking, I guess.
But the thing is, when you receive pain, your body has a reaction. It's like she didn't even notice because I guess it's been done to her several times already. She's probably one of those that has to have a plug, or else when she goes to the back, or if she's walking around, it would just slide out of her.
Ew.
You know, that becomes a thing where the sphincter gets so loose that
I
it
don't
can't
need to know that.
hold it in, that some women need to, and men need to plug it up at all times because they can't hold it in anymore.
internet was convinced
One story is enough.
that it was Jasleen that had lied to him about being a virgin, and that she didn't genuinely view him as her husband, but rather as a cash machine, which was only amplified when
machine.
people dug up clip after clip of her dodging his kisses, on vacation,
I'm sorry. I just need 1 minute to make sure I look good. Do you think I look good, Mr. Armstrong?
during his proposal, and even after he renewed their wedding vows and bought her a brand new ring.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if they were in India, I would understand, because in India, it's not a common practice to do, like, be open after marriage. Yeah. But still.
We kissed.
Yeah, but still, it's like, it's not a.
There's a video on Instagram.
Okay.
Of when I proposed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were both crying and everything, so.
No, I was not crying.
We were crying.
I was not crying.
We were crying.
No, I was not
we
crying.
were.
Oh.
Oh, my Sing, will you be Jasleen Singh forever again?
Yes. Oh my god.
Keeps buying gifts for her.
But she's not even.
Take that drinky thing off. Drink eating.
Did you guys notice? Yes. Oh my god.
She keeps looking at the
What
ring.
is this?
What's
Big enough
wrong
for you
with
to shut
her?
up.
That's all she cares about. It's all about monetary gain. She doesn't care about him. She just liked the fact that he could provide for her. Because I was not crying.
He was crying.
I was not crying.
He was crying.
She might be uncomfortable kissing on camera. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
But there's like, but she wasn't even hugging him.
Well, it's not only that, is the way she kind of turns away from him. Like there's that a statistic for when someone's not caring about someone, their body instinctively kind of leans away. Because when you want to be close to someone, you lean close. You want to be close to them. But for her, it's like she goes in for a hug and she kind of turns her head away from him.
Every time I tell you.
Thank you so much.
See?
What do you say? This is so good. It looks so
Just like,
beautiful.
People also found the way Jasleen tries to ignore him to focus on her new ring as a sign of her lacking any real affection for him. Something that also seems evident from even more clips from her TikTok and podcast that have resurfaced since. Like when she explained why they have such a happy marriage.
Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage, knock on wood? Not my pantry being open. I think it's because my husband's never here.
Or when
What? What is wrong with this woman?
I think that comment.
It's just like the guy who says, "Oh, you know why we never argued with we never had argument between the marriage? Oh, cuz she can't speak."
Yeah. She can't speak. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking awful. The fact that she says that, you know she doesn't care for him. You know she doesn't care for him. Odds are she's sleeping around. She knows how long he's going to be gone. She has a revolving door. Oh, I'm saying it. This is going to be the year where her OnlyFans starts. This is going to be the year because there's no going to be coming back.
Yeah, but it's so funny that this year, since the start of this year, so many people are getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many famous people are getting divorced because their significant other like cheated on them or something.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you become popular. And a lot of people who become popular and then get in relationship with other people who are popular, or the whole thing just gets really bad. If someone talks about their sex life, I don't think it's about not being comfortable. I don't know what you mean. Does that make sense to you? Or did I read it wrong? I probably read it wrong. Yeah, but I think people talking about their sex life is a little weird. I think it is a little weird.
World was going to end in 2012 too.
Oh yeah,
they
2012.
made a whole movie and everything.
Well, that was based off the Mayan calendar, because the Mayans went extinct before they could,
make the whole thing.
Yeah, keep doing their calendar, because they were judging on the planetary movements.
That's funny. Today people can't.
It is funny how today people can't settle their personal issues to themselves and expose it to the public, thinking it would be better, but it would affect more negatively than if they settle it together. Yeah, well, the thing is, I think she thought she was doing everything right because she thinks they had a great relationship. She thought they had a great relationship. Ugh. I'm a bit confused at this point. Is she acting as the mean girl character, or is that really how she is? That's really how she is.
Yeah.
She's a born and raised American. That's just it. Like, an American woman when you hear an American woman. Like Akaash Singh he's American born, but he was raised in a traditional Indian household. So he was raised, a certain way. The problem is his wife was a typical American girl. Even though I guess she was Indian, of some kind of Indian descent or something.
Yeah, but she's one of those,
Yeah, she's an American.
California
she's a Californian girl. That's basically what she is.
She explained what she has to go through on his birthday.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something, and I have to also be nice and do acts of kindness.
Or how she couldn't even bring herself to say that she loves him on their wedding day.
That's what's.
Jaslene did respond to the criticism once again.
I think they cut out that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have cut out that scene because of copyright or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was abrupt.
Yeah.
Abrupt. Yeah, well, where is our wedding video? Is it on YouTube somewhere?
No. Yeah, I think it is.
It's on YouTube somewhere?
On the guy's page, maybe.
I need to find it.
No, I think he told us he was going to do it, but I don't think he did it.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe he did and I just never checked.
Yeah, I want to find out because I'd like to link that. I think that'd be fun.
Why would you want to link that?
I'm dancing in the carriage. Come on, I'm dancing in the carriage.
Okay.
Again, this time to offer an explanation for why she avoids kissing Akaash in public.
Well, you did
claiming
dance
that
in
it was
the-
because of her fear of PDA. Okay.
Then I'll
henna
also
day.
respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA. Physical touch, I find it really overstimulating. And so
Okay, says the woman who loves a revolving door of guys.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
no.
It's totally contradicting.
Yeah, she can't settle on one point. She just can't.
something I actually work through with my husband because that's his love language. And I feel like for him, he tries
even put the sad music.
to do
Of course, of course. The whole thing is just manipulation.
physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through
What do you
in high
mean?
stress
You let
situations.
somebody take advantage of all your holds?
Every single
Basically.
one. Every
Yeah.
single one. She don't care. She don't care. It all goes in naturally. You can't listen to someone like this and be like, oh, I feel for them, when you're the one talking about sleeping around continuously. There's no logic to them. They're just like, oh, this is an issue
She
people
reminds
have.
me of those OnlyFans models that like after years of being in the industry and they finally start to have less and less traction, they convert or they become religious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then they want a stable life and everything, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna wait after the marriage. And I'm like, what are you gonna wait for? Your videos are everywhere now.
For some reason in the U.S. there is this new trend, and it started by like the women who have slept around continuously, and then they get in their 30s and realize no one wants them.
No.
That they start talking about, how they love celibacy and how being committed to themselves is more important than the pointless flings. It was like, yeah, because you're now in your 30s and nobody wants you, woman. It's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Akaash guy.
Video of Mary Com is on the internet. Or
What? Read aloud.
oh, the Mary Com, remember the boxer that we saw the video of?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The movie of.
Mm-hmm.
She apparently has divorced her husband now, and she's with another guy now. I think she married him, or yeah, she married the new guy, and she divorced him by saying, "Oh, he didn't earn anything, and he was living off of her income and whatever." But it's just like, even in the movie, you can see how he was supporting her dream. He sacrificed his thing to raise their kids, basically, as she went on and did her things.
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's disgusting. It's just I hate people who just view themselves. Like, there is always sacrifice in relationship. Like me, I have to go to work, I come home, and then I have to force my wife to sit down next to me so we can do this.
Yes, I'm being forced.
Yes. Well, she was eager to watch this because
Yeah.
the whole thing is
I like
just,
watching trash.
yeah. This is not trash. This is very informative.
What do you mean informative?
Very informative.
Because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are happening.
And to her credit, she has talked about this before on her podcast, describing public affection as overstimulating, something that heightens her anxiety.
The second thing he'll do is that he'll kiss me in situations that are already overstimulating, like in an elevator full of people when we're in a rush trying to leave. And so he'll kiss me on the forehead, which is sweet, but he'll do it, Neho, I'm not even joking, like 5 times. like these pecks. Which again, it's like, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but like after like the 3rd time, I'm like, stop! Don't touch me!
But you're in elevator. It's not like you're running the elevator. It's going to take its time to move whatever floor you're going, and he just wants to be nice to you.
Yeah, I think the thing is, anytime she's not talking about not wanting to be touched. She's talking about not wanting to be touched.
By him.
By her husband.
Yeah.
By her husband. That's the thing. Like, the whole thing gets ruined when she's talking and then she's referencing her husband in the situation. If she was talking and saying that, we did this, we did this, we did this, and then she brings up, like some random person did something, or like her sister had given her a hug and she felt uncomfortable, then it's like, okay, it actually affects her. But no, it's about
her husband.
Her husband.
Yeah.
Her husband.
In a legit explanation for her awkwardness, most people just didn't buy it, especially given the explicit stories she's shared about her past, stories that notably never included her own husband. It also didn't help that in the following days, the internet somehow managed to continue uncovering even more clips of her blatantly disrespecting her partner, including one where she shares some very hypocritical takes on prenups.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one...
No, you ask for it both ways. It's never one way. Men can ask for a prenup and women can ask for a prenup. There are tons of women who ask for a prenup so the guys can't take everything they have. It happens in very up couples. Like most couples who get married from like Hollywood or whatever, both of them sign a prenup because when they get divorced, they each keep their share.
Yep.
You can't say it's one way.
Like if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some like booming business, then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally.
So she's
So-
okay
yeah,
to
yeah.
ask for a prenup,
Yeah.
but he can't ask for a prenup.
Just like she said, my money is my money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a prenup is what protects your finances for when the divorce happens. Because in the United States, as soon as the divorce hits, it's basically a 50-50 split or a 70-30, or depending on how the court falls. Like, there are people who got married to nobodies, brought them into a life of luxury. They get a divorce, and then that man has to pay that woman millions of dollars for years on out because that woman got used to living in a luxury lifestyle, and he's responsible for her from that point on. That's why they sign prenups, because when the divorce happens, well, that woman that came from nothing, she goes back to nothing. That's just how it is, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting how the divorce system is utilized here in the United States. Divorce is just a disgusting thing to begin with. If you're promising your life to someone, guess what? You should be committed to that someone.
Call off the wedding.
All of this, unsurprisingly, resulted in Jaslene receiving a lot of hate from around the internet, with some people labeling her as a gold digger who's only with Akaash for his money.
I think the misconception about me is that maybe I'm a gold digger or that I came from privilege, which are both partly true.
Oh my, I don't know what she's trying to argue here. I don't know what she's trying to argue here. She's admitting it.
Some have even gone as far as to accuse her of being a serial cheater who's not attracted to Akaash at all. But even if that's not true, she's still continuing to disrespect her husband in front of the entire internet, while Akaash seems powerless to stop her. That said, what is equally important here is to consider the impact these comments have on Akaash himself and his comedy career. He has made a living from crowd work during his live shows, which usually involves him pointing out couples in the crowd and roasting their relationship dynamics.
This cute ass couple. And when I say I'm talking about the girl specifically, not you so much,
That's not Asian.
I'm more astonished.
That's a black woman.
How you did this. That is crazy.
I can never tell race.
That's a black woman who has straightened her hair.
I can never tell race.
You can tell by their hair.
I can never tell race.
Okay.
Yeah, I can never tell race. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter to me.
Well,
It doesn't matter to me. How I tell people apart is how they talk. That's how I tell. I know someone is a bimbo woman if they start talking like they're from California. And you know the voice. You know the voice. I can say a California girl and everyone hears the voice. Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I judge people.
Right? Who the fuck that was happening? You got a great job, huh? Son, she put her head in his lap as soon as I said it. She was like, yeah, I probably owe him some head. He makes a lot of money.
But now that his marriage has been publicly dissected and ridiculed, that signature style of comedy might no longer be an option for him. However, what's even more concerning is that it appears Akaash is taking everything quite hard. Multiple people who attended his most recent show described it as awkward, saying he essentially used the entire set as a therapy session, where he talked about how great of a person his wife is, while reassuring everyone that they're absolutely fine. There's also a clip circulating.
yeah, like they went there for comedy. Why is he?
Yeah, and he's just venting. Can you talk in California? I need an example. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're asking for an example. I mean, it should be obvious to you. Come on. California sounds one way and only one way. It's the Valley Girl speak. Don't you know? My wife hates it when I do that voice.
Yeah.
She hates it because I do it. And then she's just like, she wants to stab me. She wants to stab me. But everyone knows that voice. Everyone knows that voice.
Online from that same event, where Akaash starts off by addressing the situation directly, claiming his wife supported him long before he made it.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm gonna tell one story that I've never even
The
told
thing
her,
is,
honestly,
people
she
aren't
has no
calling her
idea
that.
this story.
She called herself those things.
No, she's basically saying she is those things. Why does it feel gay? Because guys, when they're gay, they speak like that too. That's the thing. It's like you take a Valley Girl and put them in a guy's body, you got a gay guy. That's just how it is. That's just how it is.
My wife and I met in 2014. I I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get rich, to be honest.
He also went on to mention a time in 2018 when he went completely broke, but she still stuck by him.
But then in 2018, I went flat. 34 years
Like, why
old,
are you
I
telling your life story? They came there for comedy.
Yeah, it's not funny. And it's not funny. I mean, he might get a few pity laughs, but he's not going to get, like, roaring laughter. He's so sad, he can't say anything. He's got to say anything.
The living room we lived in New York City, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by, like, 12 p.m. We moved everything out. We didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on the hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian.
He then ended the story by highlighting how she's never complained once.
And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can use it as a pillow."
This just sounds hurtful.
And I said,
It sounds fake.
Yeah.
She handed me back the jacket. She goes, "You take this." And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again.
But as expected, many on the internet didn't believe him, with people leaving comments like, "No way she did this, he's trying to save face." And he never told her because it never happened. Now, you'd think that this would be the end of it, but not long after this show, another one of Jaslene's old TikToks resurfaced online, where she basically exposed Akaash's entire story again.
And he was able to like reach a six-figure salary, which at the time was really huge for us. But then in 2018, like all of the opportunities started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket, and he wasn't really getting any attention from the industry. So he was pretty much losing all his income. And at the same time, I was working a really toxic job with like a toxic manager and like working till 2 a.m, and it just caused a lot of stress on our relationship. I really, wanted to get married and like wanted to move forward, and he was like, I don't even know who I am as a man if I'm not even able to achieve something I poured 15 years into. And like,
So she's telling a completely different story than him.
Yeah. Yeah, she wants it. She wants the high-end stuff.
Yeah.
That's all she's in it for. That's all she's in it for. I mean, get your story straight.
Yeah, at least get your story straight.
Yeah, I mean, he's a comedian. A lot of comedians make up stories for a joke. So my
but
guess
their
is,
wives don't go online and say a completely different thing.
Yeah, normally. But
for you or our future as a family. And everything came to a head when my mother-in-law came to visit us. And I was being very distant because of everything we were going through. Akaash was very stressed, and I think she kind of internalized it like that I was towards her or passive aggressive towards her. It was a huge fight between all of us. Basically, Akaash did not defend me, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I can be in a relationship.
she's sabotaging him. Yes, I think the truth is she wants to get out of the relationship.
Yeah.
Because so the only thing that makes sense is she started her podcast. It started to do well. She started to make some profit there. Yeah. And then she realized that, oh my gosh,
she can live without him.
Yeah, I can actually do this myself. So she's venting all the laundry, all the dirty laundry that he tried to keep hidden for the longest time. And anytime he says something she'll come out with a different side of the story. Whether he's telling the truth or she's telling the truth, I think she just wants them to be divorced. She just wants them to get divorced. Honestly, that's what I think where it's headed. So that way she can live her best life again. Her best life.
With this person.
At this point, it's safe to say that he's either in denial or lying to save face. However, what was even more concerning for Akaash was the roast waiting for him when he returned to Flagrant, especially after Andrew and his other co-hosts' very telling reaction to learning about the controversy.
Akaash is in India or Dubai.
A planned trip.
A planned trip that was planned before this madness. Okay? He's there. And obviously we want to talk about what's going on, but we don't feel right talking about without him here. Mm-hmm. So once he's back, we're going to have that conversation. I'm sure that will be spirited.
It seemed like Andrew can't wait for Akaash to be back so he can roast him in person for his wife's comments.
Yeah, I mean, just get the revenge. You were being insulted, might as well insult back.
Well, he wasn't insulted.
Well, it was the other
he's
guy.
the co-host.
Yeah, it was the other guy.
Thing.
Yeah, but it's like bring everyone back and you can't preach something that you obviously aren't living. You just can't. You just can't. That's like a Catholic pastor talking about how you shouldn't touch children.
What?
It's a stereotype. It's a stereotype. Come on.
But beyond the jokes, the big question viewers had was
This guy
what would
is in
happen
Street
to
Fighter
Akaash's
movie?
role on the show
Andrew?
when he returns.
Mm.
Because he and Andrew are known for relentlessly mocking other people's relationships.
Do you think that your girl has slept with 3 times the amount of guys she's told you?
Fuck did you just ask me that?
I need to make it real.
I didn't say
He's
body
pointing
count. You
fingers.
said I want to hear about a couple of the previous.
Why you want to hear? Why?
Yeah.
No sense.
I just want to see.
What are you gonna get out of that?
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure
Wait, you jerking off to
she
it?
got good taste.
Yeah,
huh?
that's some fuck shit.
Just make sure she got good taste. Imagine all the dudes previous were just some lame ass dudes, and I'm like, am I one of those?
Yeah. And that lane might not be open for Akaash anymore.
He's in Street Fighter.
Not after being humiliated so publicly. Some fans were also worried that this could damage the chemistry between the two and potentially hurt the long-term future of the podcast. And it seems Andrew knew this quite well because the new Flagrant episode finally released with Jasleen as the guest. And both Akaash and Andrew are in damage control mode, where they are trying to clear Jasleen's name with semantics.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe
What's
That's the where she was like, oh, this is what it meant with popping the thingy.
No, she knows what she grew up in basically California. She knows what it means.
Yeah.
She knows what it means. There's no way you're using words like that talking about you know what it means.
that was my.
Like that's the thing. Like me, I won't use like the text talk if I don't know what it is. Like there have been times where I'll see it or people will message it and I'm just like, what is that? What is that? What does that reference mean? Like FWB? Yeah, FWB.
Forward.
No, friends with fast forward. Yeah, the friends with benefits, that kind of stuff. I never knew what that kind of stuff was. I hated that. But over time you get to learn it, and like that's the thing. You don't use terms you don't understand. You just don't.
A mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this.
Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off
Urban
into the
Dictionary
wee hours of the morning.
is
That was
made
what
by
I
a
was
white
doing.
But here's the thing. The damage is already done,
Yeah.
and no amount of definition hunting on
But that
Urban
doesn't explain why
Dictionary
she
is
would say, oh, I had a roster and I would like rotate
Yep.
between guys.
Why would you do that with
Yeah.
a ton of different guys? Why would you dance? Why would you do all that that
Yeah.
crap? Oh, it's nuts.
Going
Yeah,
to
this is the
change
first video.
internet's mind.
It's
As
been a
the
long
comment
one.
Under this episode puts it, 5 minutes in, and I'm insulted they think we're that stupid. The only feasible way that Akaash could turn this
Done.
situation around is if he embraces his new label of being a simp, which admittedly is
Simp.
quite possible since he's never shied away from self-depreciating jokes in the
past. Yeah, it's just, am I following him? Oh, I am. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was just horrendous to go through. Horrendous to go through. Having someone basically completely destroy their life. Yeah, she's lying about it. She's lying about that stuff.
You guys get the video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.